congratulations to Senegal yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It was reported somewhere that our president arrived late. And so people should first understand in the social media that I am in the social media as a journalist to report things, not necessarily to give my opinion. So if I put something, it doesn't mean... So it was reported that he arrived late, and we published it. And come on, you young people, you need to get something valuable doing with your time. And honestly, I was shocked. Some were even saying, because it is bad manners to report late for an event, more so an international event of that. It is bad manners to walk in long after you are expected, because it is expected that everything will be planned to the T. Okay, fair enough. There must have been a reason, and all we did was, and then this so-called whatever APC guys went, and one even said that did you expect him to come and open the door for them? Young people, you better know that the world out there, there's what you call protocol and decency. And aside from that, you better know that everything you put in the social media could come back to haunt you later. What if you were looking for a job and the guy who wants to employ you now sees that this is your attitude? You don't know what tomorrow... You think that because you don't have a job today, you don't know the opportunities that you might have tomorrow. Don't be rabid in your support of a politician. If you can't comment, when things are not right, then just do the thing and keep quiet. Very irritating.
Yeah, sad one. Anyway, we're streaming live on the YouTube.
And also when I heard comments this morning about the 44-year-old, it's because you don't know. Gawan was 32.
Yeah.
Gawan was 32.
Yeah.
How old was Rollins?
Rollins was in his 30s.
In his 30s. Obasanjo himself, I think, well, with ages these days, you don't know, but he was in his 30s, I think, when he was second in command and when he eventually took. So it's not a new phenomenon. It's because these old 40-doddies, people of my generation, have refused to come out for road. And you lap it up. You think it's the norm. The world will only move forward when people who own the world usually are the young generation, between 35 and 50. For as long as you have people who are looking back, because you see, when you are old, you tend to look back. When you are young, you look forward. It's just normal. When I sit down quietly and I think of, oh, this happened, that happened, a younger person will be thinking of, I want to do this and do that. If you don't allow young people in the saddle in any environment, it will always go in backward movement.
Rawlings was 32.
32. Look at that.
So
calling some caller called the 44-year-old a boy. You can't call. By the time I was 44, I was retired.
Yeah.
I was semi-retired.
Yeah. I used the word boy, but it was jokingly anyway.
Yes, yeah. but we need to. Well, some of it, Nigerians don't just get it that you need the digital age.
Yeah. So once you're 30, you're no longer a youth.
You're no longer a youth.
My church, the Methodist Church Nigeria, yes, believe it or not.
Yes.
I'm a confirmed Methodist.
Yes.
Once you're 30, you can't join any. You have to move to the men's fellowship.
But it's because of what Nigeria has become. Nobody talked about Gawan's age when he was 32. And Gawan is one of the best presidents we've ever had. One thing I like about Gawan was that he was proud to be a Nigerian and he exhibited it.
But so Nigerians only remember him for him saying that we don't know how to use our money. That's what they say. He said,
don't mind. It's because we don't have proper history books. But I was alive. I was in Form 5 up to when I think I was in lower 6 when Gawan was president. So I wasn't a child.
All right.
And I know that in my lifetime, I would never forget Gawan as a head of state.
My God, interesting.
In my choice, Gawan would be first, Obasanjo would be second. In spite of things that people say about him, Obasanjo too is one of the most learned presidents we've ever had.
What about the likes of Tafawa Balewa?
I was too small. I was a rat.
Okay.
In fact, his son was my classmate.
Oh, I see.
I was classmates with Tafawa Balewa's son, Aguyi Ronsi's son.
Oh, wow.
We were all in Corona, Yaba, with Jebi, all of us. We were little rats. When I went for a party in the State House, we were tiny rats, turn right, turn left, so I don't know much about it.
Right.
But you need to hear him speak. I'm praying
Tafawa?
fervently.
Tafawa?
Jeez, go to YouTube.
Yeah.
I want a president who, at the very least, when he stands up to speak, the world stops to listen.
Yeah.
It's not too much for me to ask.
Sir, let's move to the first story. The first story. Before you give a campaign speech, well, the first story is...
How old is this?
Senegal,
36.
the Burkina Faso military ruler. Yeah,
I see what he has done within 1 year to
Burkina
the
Faso.
economy of it. You see what he has
Yes,
done.
yes. The guy in Mali,
36.
in Chad,
Yes.
Idris Deby.
How old is that
Idris
one?
Deby's child.
It's 39.
39, yes. Yes.
Okay.
Then the guy in Mali,
Mali is how old?
41.
41.
Then Guinea, these are also
40,
soldiers.
44.
Soldiers.
Well, look, listen, I'm not one of those who's going to split hairs on whether a soldier or a head of state is a head of state, as far as I'm concerned, whether it's a soldier or what have politicians done anyway? To be very honest, if we're going to break it down, we had Shagari. What happened? Only Bassirou, and he's an ex-soldier. If you're going to be very honest with yourself, what have at least in our own country here,